Hey guys, this is Anna with Crafts to Love by Anna. This is my DIY tutorial for the Halloween wood blocks. To get started, your kit comes with the 4 wood blocks as well as your 4 paints, a paint tray. You should have 4 sponge brushes. On my video it shows 3, but you should have 4. 4 of one-time use stencils, sandpaper ribbon, and the cosmetic sponges. So to start off, go ahead and pour your paint on the paint trays. You could use a paper plate if you like, if you want to pour a little bit more. But go ahead and get started to do that. And we're going to go ahead and paint the blocks. So we can start with the big block and paint that black. You are probably going to need to do 2 coats, but if you like the wood to show, 1 coat should be okay. In this video, you'll see me do 2 coats on all 4 blocks. So go ahead and get painting. I do have a heat gun in the video to speed up the drying process. So if you do have a blow dryer at home, go ahead and use that as well if you want to speed up your drying process and to get going. Okay, now that I finished my first coat, I'm going to go ahead and move on to do my second coat. Again, you don't have to do a second coat. We are going to sand and distress after we're done with the painting, but it is personal choice. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the second coat and I'll be right back. Okay, and now once you're done with your 2 coats, just make sure that the blocks are fully dry before we move on to the next step. So you'll see me here using the heat gun to make sure that they're fully dry. Okay, so once you have your blocks fully dry, we are going to distress the blocks before we do the stencil. We place the stencil. So grab your sandpaper and just go ahead and gently just rub off the edges and the corners. I do a little bit of the whole block as well because I like to smooth out the paint. So you'll see me do the sides and the bottom as well, just so it all matches around. So you can distress as much as you want or as little as you want. It is, again, personal choice. So I'm going to go ahead and distress all my blocks, and in between you see me also wiping them down so I can take the excess paint off. I'm just using a Clorox wipe that I had on hand. But go ahead and distress all your blocks. You may need to wipe your table down because you'll see the sawdust or the paint on your table, and you don't want that to get onto your other blocks as well. So you'll, in between here, you'll see me quickly wipe off my area, my workspace, and I continue to distress all 4 blocks. Okay, I did forget to mention that your kit does come with a small little dowel. This dowel will go on top of your pumpkin as the stem. So it's up to you if you wanted to go ahead and paint your dowel. You can paint it black with the paint that you have, or if you have brown on hand, you can use brown as well, or leave it as is. Okay, so we're going to move on to the stencil. You're going to use this scraper found in your kit and scrape the top of your stencil before you lift it off. So we're lifting the backing off. So just gently lift the white backing. If you see that it's getting stuck, go right back and scrape a little bit more so the blue stencil stays on the sticky part. So go ahead and gently lift the white backing, and then you're going to place it on your wood. You can line it up as you wish. I did make it so it's the exact length of the wood block, but you may have to check out to see how it's lined up, if it's in the middle or not. So once you have it all lined up, you see you can lift it like I did. I made sure it wasn't lined up, so I just lifted, no problem. And then you're going to scrape the top once it's lined up to move the blue backing onto the wood, because we're going to lift the clear transfer tape off. So once I have that lined up, I'm going to grab my scraper and scrape the top, and you can use the plastic side of it and just scrape the top to make sure that it's fully adheres to the wood. Okay, once you've done that, go ahead and remove the clear transfer tape gently, and I like to do it on an angle so it doesn't lift the blue transfer. And if you see that it starts lifting, you can use the scraper or your finger to kind of push it right back onto the wood. So once your stencil is removed, you can use your finger just to make sure that nothing is lifted, that there aren't any bubbles, because that will cause the paint to bleed. So then you can go ahead and grab your cosmetic sponge and the white paint. I'm using white paint on this, but you could use green or orange. It's up to you what color you want the wording to say. You can do a mix of green or orange as well. So or both. So go ahead and just gently dab the paint, and then you're going on the paint tray, and then you're going to dab off the excess on your paper towel, because the less paint you use, the better. It will have less chance of any paint bleeding. So go ahead and do that. Again, do little by little, and then you go back and do a second one if you want it to be a little bit darker. So you'll see me go ahead and going back and forth a few times to get the consistency that I want. And once I'm done, you can use either a toothpick or something, or like an X-Acto knife, something you have in hand that's a little bit pointy to help you grab the edge, and you can lift off the blue stencil. You want to lift this off before the paint dries. And then with your pointy item, like a toothpick or even a little needle, you can lift off the smaller or weed off the smaller stencils in between the letters. If you do make a mistake, as I see here that I just scraped off a little bit of the white, I just used a brush, a little brush that I had on hand, and I fixed it. All right, and then you're going to do the same thing for the rest of your blocks. So you'll see me here, scraping off the top of each stencil first before removing the backing. This will allow for the blue stencil to adhere to the clear transfer tape easily. Okay, so once you remove the white backing, gently place each stencil on a square and then scrape off the blue transfer onto the wood and lift the clear transfer tape. So I'm going to do all 3 at a time so I can use the paint all together. So you'll see me add all 3 blocks, all the stencil on all 3 blocks. So don't forget to use the scraper to scrape the stencil before you lift it off the clear backing. The clear transfer tape. It'll make it a lot easier for you to lift it off without lifting the blue stencil. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and grab your cosmetic sponge and dip it on the black paint. And then use again the paper towel to dab off any excess paint. You want as little as possible, and then just dab it off on each stencil. I'm going to work 1 stencil at a time so the paint doesn't dry. And I'm going to go again and do the second one just to get the darker consistency. And then gently lift off your transfer. This is my favorite part, is to seeing the end result. So then we're going to do the same thing for the Frankenstein and the ghost. Frankenstein, don't forget to dab the top of the square because that will give you the shape of his hair. After you lift your stencil, you're going to use the toothpick or the needle or anything that you have on hand that's pointy and lift off this and weed off the little stencil in his eyes to reveal his eyes. Now go ahead and move on to your ghost. And just like we did the pumpkin and the Frankenstein, just use as little as paint as possible when you start off to avoid any bleeding. How cute do these look? So at this point you can grab your glue gun or super glue and glue the dowel on top of your pumpkin, and then just add your ribbon that's in your kit if you like. You don't have to add the dowel on there, the stem. And then you can display them anywhere that you want in your home, any way that you can do it all in line or the pyramid style. It's your call, but there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.